The world is going through a dramatic climate transition. And this could be the future of our planet. The climate is continuously affecting the ecosystem and our Mother Earth. It is a long-term shift in the climate of a place. Human activities such as industrial development, burning of fossil fuels and deforestation are the main causes of fluctuations in climate.
We have a very defined kind of a climate pattern in India. Variation and change are interlinked. If you make a distinction or make a kind of a division, the climate and the change. Climate is related to hydro and meteorology. Sometimes when you say the erratic behavior on the monsoon, not behaving normally, which saying is abnormally, that is a change.
In a rapidly advancing world, every species is at risk because of weather change. The mercury is rising and India is facing major climatic variability problem, leading to adverse effect on the temperature of the country. But is this going to be our future? Is this our destiny? It is expected that the summers will become hotter and winters will become colder with no moderation in the temperature, resulting in increased drought or rise in sea level.
In fact, disasters have been taking place since time immemorial. This is a fact that because of the industrial growth, rapid industrial growth, which included using fossil fuels and a kind of technology that emitted huge amount of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, that led to the global warming or climate change. Uneven rainfall is basically the outcome of a climatic phenomenon. That is not the local phenomenon. The extent of agriculture expansion, that is also very, very important. Like earlier with the areas which were known flood zone, if we start doing agriculture, then certainly those are the flood prone areas.
We refuse to notice these changes caused by the emitting of greenhouse gases and industrial waste. Abrupt weather variation is occurring because of the alarming rise in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Our country is sensitive to any environmental disturbance and exhibits a wide diversity of temperature, from snowfall in J&K to scorching heat of Rajasthan. Changes in atmospheric abundance because of these gases can lead to extreme warming or cooling of the climate system. Alteration in precipitation patterns is causing intense droughts in some areas and aggravating floods in others. The one way in which such activities will impact climate alteration is by making them more intense.
We are today experiencing 20 feet of sea surge. Maybe it goes up to 40 feet of that surge. So 20 feet higher, so entire infrastructure created along this coastal area is a concern. Important is this, that if you start getting this kind of heavy rains in a smaller period of time, if it is spread over longer period of time, you have enough capacity to drain it out. And also that infrastructure which are there, that can sustain that, resilient enough. But if it happens like that, with heavy intensity, small period of time, huge amount of rain, you're all carrying capacity, resilience of the infrastructure go haywire.
The major setback like floods, cyclones and drought have atmospheric circumstances that we humans ignore day to day. Such unpredictable alteration in temperature is the consequence of technological advancements and massive development. This brings us to the question, what is the intensity of climate change? It is believed that the hydrometeorological disasters concentration is increasing because of the man-made and natural factors. When it rains heavily in one part of the country, the other half remains dry.
We should evolve an awareness that because of the already changed climatic system, disasters are being aggravated and we prepare for it. We need to understand what are the scenarios which are likely to take place, what are the resources, which are the agencies we need to contact in case of an emergency, and kind of a family level awareness, colony level awareness, and each and every person has to play a role. That is very important.
The year 2005 was like a dark spot in the history of Indian weather. Mumbai was worst affected by flood of 2005, which killed many people and witnessed one of the worst catastrophes in the history of India. A broader view to this reveals that it's not the Mother Earth that's changed, but we humans. Such major natural disaster clearly highlights the difference between the world that used to be and the world that will be in future. The 10 warmest years in global meteorological history have all occurred in the past 15 years. Crop failure, extinction, mass migration are the consequences of climate change. 60 million of the population still depends on agriculture for livelihood. Water storage in the Himalayan glaciers, which is the source of major rivers, a threat to a long coastline and habitations. The present-day climatic situation is different and unusual to what we expect it to be.
Uttarakhand is a classic example in terms of one is that natural event which occurred. Second, it has a larger connection with the development priorities also. And Fragile Mountain is highly exposed to different kind of disaster. But the development and the land use are not taking in this course which actually would have been. So this is a challenge of sustainable development.
The climate of India is dominated by monsoon, which is regarded as the most productive season. Observing the recent trend, monsoon winds are affected by western disturbances, leading to calamities. If we continue to remain neglected towards the climatic change, the future of our country is under threat. Many people got displaced from their habitats. There is a need for change. Change in policy, change in our mindset. Our government is taking special measures to help reduce the impact of humans on the climate change. National Institute of Disaster Management has been helping the victims of such disasters cope up with the damage through its operations and planning. Since its establishment in 1995, the organization has been helping the victims establish their living. They focus upon training and research in the area of disaster management, formulation of policies, prevention mechanisms, and mitigation measures. Nidm has also engaged itself in community development and awareness by contributing in redevelopment of disaster-struck areas. Nidm strongly believes that community is a critical component, as they are the first responders to any disaster.
We draw all the policies seeing the Constitution of India into mind. The time has come to stop, pause, ponder, think, and start taking that into as a factoring into the planning process, meaning thereby be observant to the change, adapt to the change, and have enough technology to observe that change. Develop your capacity so that the impact of disaster is less than what it was before. And that resilience, not only that structural resilience, but also the functional resilience and also the financial resilience.
The government is implementing the National Action Plan on Climate Change, NAPCC, with a view to enhance the ecological sustainability of India and regularly review the progress. Drastic weather conditions are leading to extreme weather events such as the flash floods of Uttarakhand and J&K and Cyclone Phylin in Odisha. In their recent reports, more life-threatening disasters like cloudburst, cyclone, floods or droughts will occur in different parts of India. The coastlines have to be alert due to increased rise in sea level and pollution caused by industrial waste. Government is monitoring National Action Plan on Climate Change led through 8 missions. National Solar Missions, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission for Sustainable Habitat, National Water Mission, National Mission for Sustain the Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for a Green India, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change. The good news is that the number of deaths from natural disasters has decreased substantially in recent decades, thanks to better disaster preparedness and prevention programs. It is never too late to make a move and curb the problem. Intensity of climate change can be reduced by practicing sustainable development and adequate use of non-renewable resources. NIDM aims to create a disaster-resilient India by minimizing the effect of weather alteration and help India in shaping a secure tomorrow.